¿Qué tal, chicos? Bueno, vengo de hacer deporte ahora mismo, he estado fuera justo ahora en esto y me han dicho, métete al community, métete al community. Y bueno, no he llegado, pero lo voy a ver ahora. O sea, no he visto nada, ¿eh? Bueno, me han pasado una foto, miento, me han pasado una foto, pero no he visto nada más. Así que voy a verlo del tirón con vosotros, ¿vale? Uf, a ver, a ver. Qué nervios, qué nervios. Nueva edición de Sigmar. Vamos allá, vamos allá. Oh my god. Dios, Dios. Me abro una Coca-Cola y todo para verlo con vosotros. Qué locura. Buah. Qué locura. Qué hype. ¿Ya está? ¿Eso es el vídeo? Ah, vale. Bien. Aquí hay una señora con... que parece una stormcast. Qué polla de dibujo. O sea, qué puta locura. Qué puta locura de dibujo. Dios, ¿qué coño es eso? ¿Qué es esto? O sea, qué putísima locura es esta. Indrasta. La lanza celestial. Oh, Dios. Oh, Dios. Qué puta locura. Hola, Sanguinius. Hecho Sigmar. ¡Qué guapa! ¡Qué guapa! Handy Enemies of Sigmar. ¡Qué guapa! ¡Qué guapa! ¡Cómo mola! ¡Qué chula! Pero chula incluso para 40.000, ¿eh? Para unos ángeles sangrientos, anda que no se va a comprar la gente esto. Madre mía. Bueno. Vayas a ver. Stormcast nuevos. Stormcast nuevos. Debido a las maquinaciones de Belacor, que lo veremos en el libro de Belacor cuando haga el resumen, las almas de los Stormcast ya no están garantizadas a volver a su reforja. Hostias. O sea, esta armadura que tienen está hecha para poder regresar a Cir si les matan. Qué bonitos los Stormcast nuevos. O sea, qué bonitos. Qué bonitos son. Qué hijos de puta. Qué cosa más chula. Pff, qué chulada de muñecos. Estoy flipando ahora mismo, ¿eh? Qué cosa más bonita. Va a petar muchísimo esta edición. ¡Buah! Vindicators. Hold Dios. Dios santo. Dios santo. Qué guapo. Qué guapo el escudo. Qué guapo la pose. Qué guapo el martillo. Me cago en la puta. Qué bonito. Qué guapo el pecho ahí de forma de león. Pff, qué sacada de polla más gorda. O sea, qué locura. Voy a ver los vídeos. Entrevista, a ver, 4 minutazos.
The third edition of Age of Sigmar, without doubt, is the best one we've done. It's going to blow your socks off, mainly because it builds on the really strong foundations of the second edition, where we really spoke about what the mortal realms were like. Now we're putting in new cities, a new protagonist, new gods.
Vale, voy traduciendo a pelo, ¿vale?
Mainly because it builds on...
Voy traduciendo, ¿vale?
The third edition of Age of Sigmar, without doubt, is the best one we've done. It's going to blow your socks off.
Que va a ser la mejor edición de todas, sin duda.
Mainly because it builds on the really strong foundations of the second edition, where we really spoke about what the mortal...
Porque ya parte de la base de que ya en la segunda edición, que ha sido muy buena, ya se ha explicado muy bien todo el tema del trasfondo, ya sabemos lo que son los reinos y demás.
realms were like. Now we're putting in new cities, a new protagonist, new gods and wars, and we're seeing a whole new frontier open up.
We've looked at every single aspect of Age of Sigmar. We've been building this game for 5-6 years now. We've gone back to the background and the world and gone, what detail does this need? What stories are we telling here? What's the ultimate version of this we can do? Then we've pulled it all apart, we've re-engineered it, and we've added a load of exciting new stuff as well. It's going to...
Bueno, en resumidas cuentas que ya podéis entender, que están cogiendo ya trasfondo ya muy avanzado, han añadido nuevas ciudades, nuevos dioses, nuevos demás, y van a meterle nueva chicha a esto, vamos. Tampoco están diciendo nada especial.
Ultimate version of Age of Sigmar. The lore for Age of Sigmar has really been honed and redefined with this edition. One of the things we really wanted to do was drill down into the fact that the realms are really overrun by chaos still. The story of Age of Sigmar is that chaos won. This is
que quieren volver a un poco a las raíces de Age of Sigmar, de que no nos creamos que el caos no es peligroso, como que el caos está ahí y que el caos es súper chungo y que está presente, vamos.
The fight back to reclaim the realms, and we really wanted to focus on that and make it seem like the realms are horrific, terrifying places to be, and to be a good guy in the mortal realms is to be outnumbered, it's to be grasping onto the slimmest sliver of hope, but hope is there nonetheless.
Que ser uno de los buenos en Age of Sigmar es estar sobrepasado por numéricamente y por todo y por fuerzas bestiales, pero que aún así hay esperanza.
This is Sigmar's opportunity with the Forces of Order to take back those realms. They started that with the Cities of Sigmar and the Seeds of Hope. This pushes it into Dawnbringer Crusade, so this is where the bell rings in the morning and the city gates open and men, elves and Duardin head out into the Chaos Wastes to reclaim that territory for Sigmar and expand those pinpoints of light in the darkness.
They're attacked almost immediately by the forces of chaos or death or destruction. 1 in 1,000 may get to its intended destination, where it will erect a Sigmarite strongpoint, which one day, generations hence, may become a city of Sigmar itself.
Que están hablando mucho que van a dar mucho énfasis en las ciudades de Sigmar, que como puntos focales de reiniciar las civilizaciones y demás, que son puntos jodidos, muy preciados y que hay que protegerlos y que no todas se salvan, que la mayoría mueren, pero que algunas se sostienen.
Key thing of this new era, the era of the beast, is that it isn't just destruction that's on the rise. Order are also stepping up their game, and one part of that is that the maker god, the creator god, Grungni, he's an old friend of Sigmar's, they're old allies, and he's started to help Sigmar launch a new version of a Stormcast Eternal, wearing something called Thunderstrike armor. Now,
que Grungni está ayudando a Sigmar a fabricarse una nueva armadura, la Thunderstrike Armor.
Strike armor has a very strong connection to Azir, to the realm of heavens. That connection, which links a Stormcast Eternal to the heavens, is now stronger than ever, and it needs to be. Indrasta, the Celestial Spear, is a champion of Sigmar. She is up there with the Celestant Prime as one of Sigmar's main weapons in the fight against chaos. She's a monster hunter, and she's never happier than when she's slaying things left and right. Unfortunately, as with all Stormcast Eternals, her soul, her personality, her memories are starting to erode every time she gets reforged. And now she really is all about war and vengeance. So the other Stormcast are beginning to think, oh boy, she's walking a dangerous path here. But that's the sacrifice that Stormcast Eternals have.
Que la pibita esta que ha muerto 1000 veces y que ya está, se le está olvidando quién es ella misma y que los demás Stormcast la ven como hostia puta, se está yendo la olla.
Have to make to essentially win victory in the hostile mortal realms.
There's a few design goals that we wanted to achieve with the new edition of Age of Sigmar, from a rules point of view. One of those was to split out and break up the rules so that they're as clear and concise as possible. Also looking at the double turn. We really wanted to keep that, and we really wanted to introduce new ways that would influence how you build your army, whether you wanted to go first or whether you wanted to go second, and make a really interesting choice there for people. If you choose to go second in the battle round, you get more command points.
Vale, o sea, si están hablando de las reglas, si vas segundo en el turno, te dan más command points. Ya hay un beneficio, ya esto ya habíamos rumoreado que va a pasar. Si vas segundo en el turno, tienes más command points.
Command points now interact with different abilities throughout the different phases, which also lead to less downtime during a phase. So a big thing that I wanted to look at was match play, particularly how you build your armies in match play. So War Scroll Battalions being one of those things where in match play sometimes there's a bit of an imbalance where there's haves and there's have-nots, and that's something we wanted to address, and I think that's what we did very well with core battalions.
Han sacado unos nuevos batallones, unos core battalions, que van a equilibrar más las cosas. A ver.
Worked extremely long and hard on this. We've looked at everything that could be improved and think we've improved it as well. When you see the new core rules, they've been pulled apart, expanded, retooled. Everything we hope is completely watertight. We've really explained everything that needs to be explained. There should be no room for ambiguity or interpretation at all in this. We really wanted to make a game that was simple to use, full of incredible depth, that keeps you interested and excited throughout every phase of the game, and it completely brings a new light onto all your miniatures and their rules as well. You'll be coming to your army with fresh eyes with Age of Sigmar 3. It's going to be very, very exciting indeed.
Que vamos a ver todo el mundo con nuevos ojos nuestros ejércitos, que vamos a ver cosas nuevas a saco. En nuestros propios ejércitos vamos a tener formas de construirlo diferente, de jugarlo y demás.
Is genuinely the best edition that we've ever done, from a rules, from a background, from an art point of view. And if you've never played before, it's a perfect chance to dive in.
Que si nunca has jugado Sigmar, que es el mejor momento, obviamente. No te van a decir que es malo, ¿sabes? Vale, vamos a ver más vídeos de aquí. Bueno, Stay Out of Mire. A ver, ¿qué es esto?
Three brave soldiers went to the bog. One disappeared right into the fog. Two brave soldiers went to the mire. One disappeared from around the fire. One brave soldier went to the fen. None of the soldiers were heard of again.
Bueno. A new breed of evil emerges. Esos son scavens o algo así, ¿no? ¿O qué son? Uy, esto es nueva raza, ¿eh? Nueva raza. Terrorizing the swamps of Gur. Los pantanos de Gur. O sea, es una raza de destrucción, probablemente. ¿Qué habrá en los pantanos de Gur?
Two brave soldiers went to the mire. One disappeared from around the fire. One brave soldier went to the fen. None of the soldiers were heard of again.
¿Qué coño? O sea, quiero...
To the fen. None of the soldiers were heard of.
Vale, o sea, este es un ejército de horda, obviamente, porque está rodeando a tope. Es un ejército rollo chungo. Va a ser una horda de bichos chungos de cojones. Seguro que es algo... A ver, orcoide no va a ser. Porque se ven ojos rojos, pero se ven como... Parecen insectos. Si os fijáis, son como muy desdibujados. O sea... Son en algunos puntos son 3, en algunos puntos son 2, en algunos puntos son más grandes que en otros. Puede que no sean ojos, puede que sean luces del cuerpo, que tengan manchas o algo luminosas. Oh, quiero saber lo que es. Vamos a ver el Warhammer Community mientras tanto, porque están en directo, creo. Vamos a seguir viéndolo, a ver si se dicen más cositas.
Warhammer Fest 2021 online. My name is still Adam Troke, and I'm still joined by my good friend and colleague Eddie Eccles. It's our pleasure to be with you today. How are you doing, Eddie?
Pero esto ya ha pasado, ¿no? Hace un tiempo. O sea, esto ya está acabado.
The paint schemes and things for
Vale, todo esto ya lo hemos visto.
I think
Vale.
Epic scale.
fallen, or gods have risen, monsters have fallen.
Vale, vamos a ver esto.
The fact that the realm
Esto ya lo hemos visto.
Stunning piece of artwork as she smashes into what can only be some kind of more exploration of what those rules are going to be on the Warhammer community website over the coming weeks and months.
Going to be depicted in the new edition are the culmination of what we're seeing. I believe the realm of
The Realm of Beasts, yes. Yeah, so this is Gur, which is the Realm of Beasts. This is where a lot of the action of the new edition is going to take place.
Vale, o sea, se va a desarrollar la caja en Gur, obviamente.
What's exciting about this is that we've seen an awful lot of some of the other realms. So early in the Age of Sigmar, we saw a lot of the Realm of Fire, a lot of the Realm of Life. We've recently seen quite a lot of exploration of the Realm of Shadow and the Realm of Light in the various elven shapes. We haven't spent a huge amount of time in the Realm of Beasts, but the new edition is going to have that front and center, particularly that large region at the top. You can see Thondia. But there's some other things on that map.
Vamos a
If you've
luchar
got
aquí
eagle
en
eyes, you'll be
Thondia
able to
mucho.
spot. So the city of Excelsis is on there as well, which is set to play an important role in the events of the Broken Realms. So you can look forward to reading a bit more about that soon. And then in the far left of that,
I was
map
really
as well,
excited by this one.
the far left of the map, you can see Beastgrave. So if you've been
Excelsis
playing
está en el
games-
mapa aún, o sea, esto es un spoiler, ¿eh? Excelsis está en el mapa aún, o sea que esto significa que no ha caído. En Broken Realms no ha caído. En el de Kragnos. O sea que por lo menos hay una resistencia ahí viva. O sea, está ahí Excelsis aún.
Underworlds for the past couple of years. That's where they've all been happening. In that little tiny hex there. But it's really nice to see the worlds of Warhammer Age of Sigmar come together. And I think that the Age of Sigmar team has done a wonderful job over the past probably 3 or 4 years, really, of really making them feel like a sense of place. And also that the events in some of those really big narratives feel like they really matter. So, like, when cities fell in the Broken Realms, people were like, wow, that's a really big deal. Like, a whole city has just fallen, or, gods have risen, monsters have fallen. The events matter in Age of Sigmar, and the story keeps rolling, and that's what makes it really exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's something just exciting about maps for me. I've always liked maps in books.
No nos van a enseñar los bichitos finales, ¿no? No nos van a enseñar los bichitos finales. Nos van a dejar con la polla más dura que un camión. Muy bien. Vale, pues nada, pues... nueva edición de Age of Sigmar, señores. Pues ya está. Ya estamos hechos. A esperarla con los brazos abiertos. Por favor, que sea buena, por Dios. Y que arreglen cositas, Y ya veremos qué sacan con esta caja. Ya veremos qué sacan de enemigos. Porque claro, obviamente ya son stormcast. ¿Contra qué? ¿Stormcast contra qué? Chan chan. Bueno, chicos, paro aquí el vídeo porque estaremos todos hypeados y estoy balbuceando ya. Venga, nos vemos en el siguiente. Chao, chao.